allows the exchange members to do what they do best. Go get stops from the newbies, from the naive. So we talked about the importance of the failed auction. And you can just see this all day long where they'll take something above or below a level, and then people get caught long or short, and the market comes back. What we got going for us today is this, and that number just steadily gets higher. We didn't get a mean green trade execution right here. Failed. We missed it by a tick or two, but we do get our W pattern. And this is the first leg. We like the second legs better. Here's the second leg. And the market goes back up to the value area high. Any of you PFG clients that want to trade through your PFG account integrated with our software? We've got the Dome Trade from the Charts feature. You can now do that. Peter's starting it up on a beta tester mode. It's been working fine for Peter for the last couple of weeks, but it is a beta test mode. If you're a little bold and want to get in there, have at it, and will help speed your growth into traders along. Okay, on this screen right here, that little skinny bar, we've got volume all the way down. We do less volume on the rotate up. We've got volume on this bar. We do less volume right here. Now in our W pattern, when we get to that little bar, the volume dries up and volume starts to increase as we rally. And when we take out this high right here, volume really steps up. Till we get to the value area high, get a retest. So you could have been short here in this 50 and a quarter area, and the market trades back down to 48, so you got your 8 ticks. Now, I understand that hindsight is perfect, and I understand that it's very, very easy to enter on these first legs. I make it a policy decision. I'm not interested in this first leg. I'm interested in the second leg. This first leg right here is profit taking. This second leg has a chance to move. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 or 4 second legs before the market moves. And it's trading. I don't understand the question, Greg. Any levels that I watch for, or that number I just circled? You mean this number? Yeah, generally on this contract, greater than 10K on a 50 lot trader. On the note and the bond, it's greater than 12K. On the note, I don't know what it is on the bond. JB's probably got that number for you. Be opening your own trading room here in a bit, Greg. No more secrets. So, what are we looking at? Big picture stuff. Take a look at the F2 day session only, because I'm making slides. It's how you learn, Greg, asking questions. I don't mind those at all. a little levity. Okay, looking at this screen, what does the market do? It gets stops outside the obvious. So where's the obvious? Stops there, stops here. This morning they got stops outside the obvious. They went for that. It's just the way this market works. And why does it work that way? It's the fleecing of the lambs. If we look at a day session only and we start folding this back in, now looking at this screen, where did the market need volume? Right there, and you can see that we've pretty well gotten volume where it needed it. So we're dealing with a P here. And we're still dealing with a pretty strong P when we put them even more together. So the thing that is driving today's market and the rest of it is a chance that our economy is beginning to grow and putting in numbers bigger than before. Some people say the last month's retail sales figures are based entirely on the new iPhone, the iPhone 4 or whatever it was. The savings rate went down. People are saving less means they're spending more. October, back to school, etc. Generally yields a pretty good month of retail sales growth. If you take out the increase in gasoline prices year to year, the actual growth in retail sales over the course of the year is not 6.7%, it's 1.75. So price of gasoline goes up. It is a part of retail sales. It's not where you'd like to see the money being spent. That's because I took out the day session. The night session. You're looking only at the day session. So how do you do that? You go to parameters, and in the far right hand column, halfway up you see exclude overnight. Tell me when you've got it. If you check that, you get rid of the night session. So I'm going to uncheck it. See that little blue box right there? I uncheck exclude overnight. And I click OK, and these will probably look more like you're used to seeing them. It's a different piece of information. It's a different way of looking at it. And because most of the volume is done in the day session, it's probably a better way to look at it. There's nothing going on in the note. I mean, this is one of those days. It's kind of like what's coming up in Europe. The good news didn't bother the bond players today, and normally you would expect selling. So again, this one is without the night session. And you should take the night session out several times a day just to maintain your perspective. But you can see we're dealing with a P, but we haven't extended the range up. We have our attractor at 19 that has pulled the market to it. We had the low volume number at 13, which basically stopped the selling. And we're developing value in between. If I do a left click, so we got ourselves a fairly strong P right here, but we're not trading higher. Why are we not trading higher? A 2% yield on a 10-year paper is pretty low. So something out of Europe. Needed to get this thing going. Volume attracts. Works the same in all markets. You want the theory that you ascribe to be consistent for all time frames in all markets. All markets look the same through the profile. Volume attracts in all markets. So what's pulled the market to it all day long in this contract? Outside in, outside in, outside in. So this volume in this area right here, when the buying is stopped, has pulled the market back down to it. So the theory works, and it has to work. I mean, it can't be anything else. So with that said, I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. Any of y'all have some questions? Well, I'll be back in front of the screen here in a couple of minutes. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll get them answered.